Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Stampin' Chat Live. I'm Gina from Gina K Designs, and it's great to see all of you coming in from all around the world. So today we're at a different time slot, and I'm just so excited to see that some of you found us. Normally we go live on Thursday at noon for a Crafternoon Live, but today I actually had to do a meet and greet over on the SCT YouTube channel. It was a private event for a class that I'm teaching tomorrow. So that was at 12:30, and it was right smack in the middle of our live. So we thought, we'll try a different time slot today and see how it works. So hopefully a lot of you will find us. We don't expect that it will work for everyone because it's past the lunch hour, but we are so appreciative for those of you who are joining us today. And if you're watching on replay because you couldn't find us at noon, we are glad to see you too. So today I was inspired. I got up this morning and I thought, what do I want to make today on my live? And I was so inspired because yesterday I watched Kathy Zilski, and she made the cutest little Christmas tag using our ornamental tree die set. It's so cute. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure you watch that. And also, Mindy Egan made a beautiful, like a whole collection of pieces, a card, 2 gift card holders, a tag, all kinds of things. And there was some beautiful tags in there. There was a gift card holder tag and a regular tag. And she inspired me too. So I thought tags are kind of fun to make. And the thing I love about a good tag is you can make tags and you can use them as tags, or if you need a quick focal image for your card, a tag will double as a focal image because most tags are around the same size as an oval or a rectangle that you would normally pop up on your card. So if you make these beautiful tags and put them away, you can always use them for a tag, but if you need that quick card, you can just grab that, make that your focal piece, and then add a greeting and you're good to go. So I thought we could play with some layering stencils and regular stencils today and make 3 super quick tags. Does that sound like a good plan? Let's do it. So I'll show you the stencils that I want to use today because I am working on Christmas, and that's a big thing. We do a lot of gift giving around our place at Christmas, and it's nice to have some handmade tags for that. So I'm going to use our Sweater Weather stencil. I'm also going to use the Stellar Snowflake stencil. These are going to be 2 very quick tags. And then I'm going to use our, this is our Christmas flower layering stencil set. And this is the one that Mindy used in hers. So it might have a similar feel to Mindy's, but I'm going to change up the colors a little bit and try to kind of do my own thing with this one. So let's get started right away. But before we absolutely get started, let's say hello to Tom. Hey, Tom. I'm sorry we were just live, and I feel like I've been live for like an hour and a half already.
Tags.
Tags.
We're talking about tags today.
Tags, yes.
Hi, everybody. Happy Crafternoon.
How are you doing today?
I am doing well. We got a little buzz going on here.
Yeah, well, we just. Oh, you mean outside? Yeah, there's like some kind of.
I don't know what it is, but we'll figure it out.
Oh no. Like a buzz in your headphones?
Yeah.
Oh no, I hope you guys don't hear the buzz. Sorry about that if there's a buzz today. I'm telling you, technology will get you every time. Just when you think you've got it figured out, you get a new buzz.
Yeah, no worries though. We'll figure it out. Yeah, love the theme. Tags. It's got me thinking.
Uh-oh. Are you thinking of a word of the day?
Sort of.
Okay. Well, we can't wait for that.
No.
Oh, good. There's no buzz coming through on their end, so that's good.
Okay.
All right. Well, let me show you guys.
Just in my head.
Maybe it's your ears are ringing or something.
All right. See ya.
All right. Well, let me show you what stamp set I wanted to use today. I wanted to use this one. This is the Festive Phrases, but you can use any stamp set you want. And I might actually jump in with another set. We'll see. We'll see how this all plays out today. But I am going to use at least some of these. And what I like about this set is there is a nice big to and from here. And the reason why I did from and to instead of to and from is because I wanted the manufacturer to understand that these were going to be separate stamps. Because sometimes you have, you know, especially in a tag, if you've got like something decorating it, you want to kind of stagger the to and from. So I like that these are two separate stamps, and that was intentional. All right, so I want to show you the die set that I'm going to use today. And this is our Tag Trio die set. And I thought I would do one of each. And that will be really fun because we can do a big tag. This really big tag is like perfect for hanging on a wine bottle. If you wanted to incorporate a gift card in it, you could create a pocket. It's really big. So it's a really nice, I feel like this is like a Tim Holtz size tag because he makes all those gorgeous kind of artsy tags, and his are always really big. So this is a really nice big tag for that wine bottle, something like that. This is a great tag for hanging on a gift, or maybe hanging on a bag of cookies or some bread or something that you baked. It's a big enough tag that it takes the place of a card, but it's not so big that it overpowers a little bag of cookies. And then this is what I consider to be a gift tag. Perfect for hanging on a gift. It doesn't take up very much space. You can wrap it and have the ribbon and stuff with it, and perfect size. And if you're really in a rush, you can just stamp out to and from on different colors of cardstock and cut them out with these tags, and you're good to go. So you don't need to fill this in with very much. So with that being said, I am going to have the bases of all of my tags in white today. So I have some white cardstock here. I ran out of white cardstock in my meet and greet, and I had to run and go get some. So I'm going to cut two different size pieces of white cardstock here. And I don't know what happened here, but my cardstock is a little dented, but we'll figure that out. I'm going to get my die cutting machine here, and I am going to cut two of each of these tags. Now, I like to always cut two because I like to do a front and a back. Oh my gosh, I'm actually going to sneeze. This is terrible. Thank you. See, I can't really edit that out, can I? When I'm live. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to cut two of these. And then I'm going to cut a second set of these. I just don't think that I can fit. Well, maybe I can. Let's see. Oh, I can. All right. So we're going to cut these two here like this. Thank you very much. Somebody's working outside, and I feel like it's now dusty here inside. During our meet and greet video that I did a little while ago, you could hear them working outside. Like, I don't know if they were like raking leaves or things like that, but they kicked up some dust. Okay, so there is that small tag. And here is the medium tag. And now I'm going to cut a second set. And the reason, I'm not sure if I said this before I sneezed, but the reason why I like to cut two is because when you do die cutting, the back of your die cut piece never really looks as pretty as the front. The front, the stitches all go in really nicely, and then the edge is just kind of curved ever so slightly. And then on the back, it's just kind of like, I don't know, it doesn't look so pretty. So when I make tags, I do two of them, and I just glue them together, and then you have a pretty front and a pretty back. You don't have to decorate both sides if you don't want to. We could, but you don't have to. But it does make a difference in the way the tag looks, especially if it's just hanging on something and, you know, somebody picks it up and turns it around. Okay. The horse is a ghost in the dead space. The horse? Oh, is somebody asking about your cowboy hat, Tom? And if you have a horse?
No, there may have been a horse sound
Oh.
after your sneeze.
Oh, I see. See, that's the thing. Tom could put in different sound effects and I would have no idea because I can't hear the sound effects on my end, which I'm starting to think might be a problem because now I know that there's horse sounds going on. I don't know. I'm not comfortable with that. All right, now I'm going to cut out two of these big ones. That is very funny, though. Oh, you do the front and back, too? A lot of you do the front and back? Yeah, it does make it, and you're right, it makes it more sturdy, which is nice, too, because the tag is kind of just hanging out there by itself. No pun intended, because you hang tags, but it's true. It's just out there by itself. And we're going to do one more here. I do have to pop that out. Okay. There we go. Tom, you got to let me know when you do sound effects. Maybe not. Maybe it's more funny to everybody that I don't know the sound effects that are going on.
Perhaps.
Teresa said, yeah, maybe it's better that you don't hear the sound effects. I agree. Okay, so now we've got our other tag here, and I think we are ready to start making some quick tags. I like quick tag ideas, and if you watch Mindy's video and you watch Kathy Zilski's video, both of their tags were super quick and really, really cute and pretty. And when you're, sorry, I know that's loud. When you're making tags, it's usually a little more last minute. That's when I actually start mass producing those tags. And it's always because I've wrapped a bunch of presents and now I need to tag them. I need to label them. So these are very quick ideas and I think you will like them. Okay, so we'll start with the biggest one. And with this one, I thought I would use Stellar Snowflake. Now, I do want to show you something that you can do. And I did this yesterday on the live that I did with Jennifer McGuire. I did a pink snowflake and I used, can you see that? I used our Flurries polyglaze sheets to add some sparkle and shine. Now that makes even a faster tag because if you run a bunch of these through your fuse or your Mink, and you have them ready to go, and then you just stencil that on real quick, you've got all the sparkle and shine built in already. You're ready to go. But for today, I am going to actually do a little embellishing to these tags, so I don't need as much sparkle and shine on there. But that is another way to do a really quick tag, because you could see how pretty that would be if we cut this out with this big tag die. You could see that would be really pretty, and then just added a little strip sentiment on there. So I might keep that for when I'm really in an emergency situation and I'm one tag short. So let's do a little bit of tape here. And it's okay to tape these down because they are going to go together. So we are ultimately going to be gluing them together like that. So we have a pretty side on the front and the back. And I think in this case, I might actually stencil on both the front and the back. Now for colors, what colors should we do today for this tag? What do you think would be good colors for this tag? Should we start off with some turquoise? Should we make this a very snowy, bluey color? I think that might be nice. In fact, I think if I did my whole collection here in the blues and the greens, that would be very pretty. Now, I'm going to come in down here like this. So I'm going to get a lot of that snowflake on there, but it's going to be nothing up here. So I think I'll go right to here. Like that.
Question from Sam.
Yes.
Sam is asking, what is the best Christmas die cut for starters? I guess they mean beginners. For beginners. And if you want something Christmassy, well, we do have a really nice set of snowflakes that's really pretty. And I've got some videos on my YouTube channel where I use those snowflakes in some different ways. And it's really nice to have a snowflake set because you can use it for Christmas, but you can also use it all winter long. That would be a really good one to start with.
So my colors, I think I'm going to go with the sea glass. And then I'll do a little jelly bean green. And I'm going to use purple too. So I want to just find my right purple here. Here we go. I think I'm going to do light lilac. Don't you think those will be pretty and wintry together? I think that'll be so nice. Although, you know what would be gorgeous? I think what would be really stunning with this, instead of jelly bean, would be light spruce. Look at those colors together. They're so soft. And I think they're going to make a really, really pretty snowflake. And I can use those for my other ones too. Oh, I love this idea. Okay, we're doing it here. I'm going to get my blending brushes. I do have a special brush put aside for spruce because I wanted a brush for each of the trio colors. So they're a little bit different. And then I have my brush for sea glass, and I do have a brush for my light lilac too, because that is part of those trios. Now you have to be careful which order you do these in. You really don't want to have these two colors next to each other because they're going to make kind of a brown. So you want your purple and your blue to be touching, and then your blue and your green to be touching. So it actually does make a difference. And I think what I'll do is I'll start in the center with a little bit of purple. So we'll start with the light lilac in the center. These are going to be very cool colors, but I think they're going to be really pretty. What's the stencil called again? This stencil is called Stellar Snowflake. S-T-E-L-L-A-R. Stellar Snowflake. All right, so I'm starting in the center here with that purple. There we go. Oh, I love that. That light lilac is so pretty. It's such a bluish purple, but it's definitely purple because you'll see when we get this teal together here. You know, I'm sorry that somebody's saying that they're blurry. I'm not blurry here. I have it on my phone and it's crystal clear. So it might be something going on with your internet or where you are, because right now it looks pretty HD on my phone. So I'm sorry if you're having trouble. You might want to try to go out, come back in. Also, if you're watching on Facebook, try switching over to YouTube or vice versa. That can help too. Okay, now I'm going to go in with some sea glass here, and I'm blending that up into that purple. Oh, it's so pretty together. And quite often I'll go back with the purple then, and I will blend it back down into the blue. So you get just a smoother transition of color there. And then my final color is the light lilac. Yeah, that's the other thing. If you're watching on YouTube, there's actually a little gear underneath the screen. It looks like a little gear. And if you click on that gear, you can switch from watching it in standard quality to HD, and then everything gets super crisp. So if you didn't know that and you've been watching in YouTube and it looks a little blurry, you might not actually have it set for HD. And the reason YouTube does that is because some people have very slow internet and HD will freeze a lot. But if you have pretty good internet and you're not watching on HD, you definitely should switch. Okay, now we're going to go light spruce. So we've got these greens in here. Ooh, that's so pretty. And you can see I blocked this part off the top because I knew I was going to go over the edge. Yeah, these colors are nice together. This is going to be nice for my sweater and also for our poinsettia. Now I'm going to take whatever's left on this sea glass brush and I'm going to work my way down. Yeah, give it a try and see. I mean, probably a whole bunch of people are just like, oh my gosh, I've been watching blurry for years. It's one of those things that I don't know why they don't, Why they don't start in HD and let you work your way down. Okay, so let's take a look at what this looks like now. Oh, isn't that just a pretty combination? I love that.
Cheryl is wondering, how far out should you bring your colors to get the best effect?
How far out? Well, I mean, I try to, kind of think of it in thirds. So I go from the center to the edge and I do 1/3 purple, then 1/3 blue, and then 1/3 green. But then I go back over those lines so that I get rid of any line of demarcation. Okay, so we have that one. Let's do the same thing again on the back tag, and we can do it in the same position. So when you flip it over, it'll be the other way, and that's totally cool. Okay, just trying to find around the same spot. I think that's pretty good. Looks good to me. And you can see, even though we're going over that stitched edge, that really didn't hurt it at all. It still looks beautiful. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing again. We'll start in the center with the purple, the light lilac. Here we go. So you see, I'm kind of going like, I know it looks like I'm going past 1/3, but it's because it's very shady, very light toward the edge. And I'm going to pick that up with the blue. So I'm going to start on that purple and move the blue out. The blue being sea glass. Okay. And it doesn't matter. Each one's going to be a little different, and that's totally fine too. So I'll just have this decorating the back, but I will just embellish the front. But this way, the back of the tag will be pretty too. And then my final color will be the light spruce again. I'm using the biggest of the 3 tags, Suzanne. Yes, it's the biggest one. And it's a pretty big tag. I mean, it's formidable as far as, if you're putting it on a present, use it on a big present. It's perfect for like a wine bottle or something like that too, because it feels very much like a card. Big enough to like turn it into a gift card holder or whatever you want. Okay, so there's my final color. Does that make a difference? People are like, I never thought to change it to HD. I hope that's making a difference. Okay, so now I have 2 of them. They look pretty similar. Not the same, but very similar. And now I am going to just clean this stencil off quickly. I have my tidy towel here to do that. This way I can just put it away. Okay. Now I am going to get my Misty out for this tag. They're very pretty, aren't they? And it's so easy, so simple. You could just do this on 20 of them. Make them so quickly. And those colors are so pretty together. I love just stretching out a little bit and trying some new colors. Now, although this is very colorful, it will definitely be fine to stamp a greeting right over it. So we could do the to and from, or we could do something like Merry Christmas right down here. Or let me just show you one more option. Give me a sec. I'll be right there. I'm coming. Oh. Okay, so here's Feeling Frosty from our last kit. We could always do a more delicate greeting like that on a tag like this. And I think that would be really pretty as well.
Looks good.
Which one do you like, Tom?
I like that.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll do this. But any delicate greeting that you have, we also have a set called Holly Jolly that is fantastic. Let me see if I can find that one real quick. I might not be able to because I'm bad at putting things away. Oh, I found it.
So question, Patricia is asking, does it matter what direction you move your brush when blending, clockwise or counter?
It doesn't matter, but I'll tell you what I like, okay? So you might notice that I just went in one direction, and do you notice it's subtle, but it's a great question. It's subtle, but do you notice that all along this side of each of these is a little bit darker? And that makes it look more shaded. If you go clockwise and then go back and do counterclockwise, it'll all look more solid. If you just go in one direction, you get a much shadier look, which I really like because it looks like you took time to like blend. That looks like something you would do with Gamsol or something that you would do with Copics or colored pencils if you were, really good at that kind of blending. Okay, now I want to show you because this little set is one of my absolute favorites. It's called Holly Jolly. You can see it's yellowed and well-loved because I've used it so often, but I love this set for tags because I love these greetings. Can you see this here? Wouldn't that be pretty? What do you think of that?
Sweet.
And then also this one, have a Holly Jolly Christmas. Let's do that one because I feel like that fills in that side right there really nicely. And we might be able to do the to and from on the back. What do you think? Let's do it. Let's put it right here.
Quick question. Are the tags from one of your master layout sets?
No, they're not. It's a separate tag die set called Tag Trio. And I do think we just recently got some dies back in stock. So I'm not sure if that one's in stock or not, but it might be. It should be. So just take a look at that one. Okay, so you guys like this one too? I like this one too. All right, so you guys know I like to stamp my greetings several times rather than all at once and squish. I'd rather, look at how yellow and old this stamp set is. This was one of our very first incentive sets when we went to clear stamps and we started doing incentives. But it's still available in our store. And it still sells today because it's just such a fun font. So I know that looks light, but we're gonna keep going. There we go. We'll do it one more time. I love how this looks. Three times a charm. There we go. So let's pick that up and take a look at it close up. Very pretty, just fun, very happy font. I love it. So I'm going to clean that off. This is one that I go to over and over again. I've been making cards and tags for the holidays, both live and pre-recorded videos, and you will find probably 100 Christmas videos where I've used this little stamp set. It's just a favorite of mine. Okay, so let's get this other big tag here, and we will mount these two together. And you could glue them together if you want, or you can just tape them together. I think I'll just tape mine together. So let me find my tape again. I put it somewhere. It's probably right in front of me. You're all seeing it. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I'm just going to go down around the perimeter here, and then up here at the top. There we go. So the good thing about the tape, and you will find this with Connect Glue too, is it is a little bit forgiving. So if it's not perfect, you can move it around and fix it and make it perfect. But that looks pretty good. Okay. Now I'm going to use my gold twine. This is just old gold twine, but you can use whatever you want. I'm sure you guys have lots of baker's twine. I have beautiful baker's twine. Look at this. And this kind of looks like the color. This looks like our spruce. Oh, I think I'll use this instead because it's so soft. But you guys probably have baker's twine and other kinds of twine and cording in your collection that you only pull out at Christmas, which is why you've had it for years. So now's the time to get that out. And I like to do a nice long piece. And I'm going to cut that. And then I'm going to fold it in half and in half again, like that. Then I'm going to take these 2 loops and I'm going to go, sometimes I go through the back, sometimes I go through the front. But I think for this one, I will go this way. You can see that loop and then bring this through like that. And then I always like to tie a knot at the top just so that the whole thing kind of stays together. And then you can just trim this part down. Got a little something there. Let me get my other scissors. I hate to use my foil scissors, but I'm doing it. Because I cut something gluey. So there we've got that cute little thing there. And you can see that would very easily hang so pretty right around the neck of a bottle of wine or a thing of eggnog, whatever you're bringing to the holidays. And now, because we've got some gold in here, let's do the gold embellishments. So I'm going to get a few of these.
So questions about the sentiment color. Lisa asked, what if you stamp the greeting in silver? And Drina said, oh no, Anita said, is black the only color to use with the sentiment? It seems so dark against the delicate.
So I personally like black because you can see it over any of the colors. If I tried to do this in blue, there are going to be parts of it that you're not even going to see. I like a big, bold sentiment always. And you know me, I mean, it wouldn't be me if I didn't have some black on my card somewhere. You don't have to have the black. If you don't want to, you can do something different. But I'm thinking that if we accent this snowflake with a few black embellishments here, we'll create some real interest. It'll be very graphic style snowflake. But no, I guess the answer is, of course not. You can do it in any color you want. But my reasoning behind why I use black for the greeting is so that you could definitely see it against whatever color you've stenciled behind there. So the incentives change every time we have a new release, unless we run out, and occasionally we do run out. And then we will change it. We always have like a backup incentive that we order. And we have other incentives too. So this way, like if somebody places an order, more than one order, they can say, hey, I've already placed 2 orders this month. You know, can I get something different? And although we don't allow individual requests, I'm just checking this before I make the commitment. I might go to gold instead. We'll see. I just want to see how it looks because I feel very excited about this for some reason. Yeah, so if we run out of the incentive, but we can't, like, you can't pick a stamp set to have. Like, you couldn't say, hey, can you send me Holly Jolly? We can't do that because everything is inventoried in a certain way. But if you already get an incentive and you're wanting a second incentive, second order for the month, we can do that. So I feel like we've got some bigger ones here too. I just have to see how this looks. I'm going to move this one down and this one here because it covers, and then this one in here. So we've got the 3 colors of black. Now, maybe this is too stark for some of you. Some of you might be like, nah, I'm not digging this at all. But by all means, you know, when you make your card, you make it exactly the way you want. I just feel like maybe a little bit of black on there might be kind of fun. But maybe not. Maybe I'll go with the gold. I just want to see it. And that's the beauty of this. Like, you can lay it all out here and decide. And then if you're like, nah, too much. What do you think, Tom? You think that's too much?
I actually like that a lot.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bold.
You like the boldness of it?
I do.
I'm going to put a bigger, I think that might be about
And
the
I'm
same
not
size.
just saying that.
You're not?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll do this one for Tom.
Some people think I always agree with what you design, but that's not the case, is it?
No, it's not.
It's just I'm in the dead space, so you don't hear about it too much.
Because it's dead back there.
Most of the stuff, though.
All right, so I am going to take one peek at the gold because there is gold in here. I've got these all here if I need them because we haven't put our glue down yet. And a lot of you might like the gold better. You might feel like, oh, it's shinier. I like it a little bit better. It doesn't take away from the greeting. Waiting to hear what they have to say. Found a little. Are they liking the gold better?
So far it looks like black.
Black is so far the winner. And then I have to find the medium ones here, which are here. I don't know. Kind of liking this gold. See, I know Tom has made his statement, and I do value what Tom says. But sometimes if my eye just says, no, it's got to be this way, then I have to override. I have to put my name on it. You know what I mean? The other ones aren't going to take as long because I'm really taking my time here with this one. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the overrule, that never happens.
Never happens in our house, right?
Right.
Okay. So what do you guys think? Let's see. Oh, look at them all saying black. Okay. All right, we'll do them in black. I do see a few black and gold, but I think we'll give one to Tom here. We'll give one to Tom and we'll do it the way that he likes it, okay? So let's do it the way he likes it. So here I'm just doing these little beads of glue and I'm giving them a minute to set up. There we go. Now, let's put the lid back on. Yeah, the black is more masculine. I agree. The black has a more masculine feel to it, and the gold and silver are a little bit more feminine. So, you know, if I put this on Tom's big gift for Christmas, he will probably like this better. So that's a great way to look at it. Okay, so we'll do that here. And this does kind of make the black greeting a little bit more cohesive. Kathy, if you're watching, if Kathy Zilski's watching, I know she was here earlier. I don't know if I mean, you can only stay online so long. So if she left, I understand. I'm not offended. But if you're here, Kathy, I would hope that you're making your boop sounds, because there's a lot of booping going on here. Kathy makes these little boop sounds when she puts her embellishments on. And she can have a full conversation with you on her live and still make the sound while she's talking and not even miss like a word in the sentence.
Kathy's here.
Hey, Kathy. All right, so there's my first tag. It's a little bold, got a little courage there. And then on the back, just delicate. Now you could stamp the to in the from back here if you want, or you can just write the person's name on the back. So that's the first tag. Yes, of course she's booping in the background. She's feeling it. I love watching Kathy feel herself during those moments, like, oh, boop. Okay, now we're going to get to tag 2. So tag 2 is going to be a poinsettia. So I'm going to use the medium one next. And I think I'm going to stick with those same colors. I can't look at anyone's video without saying the Kathy Zilski poop. Yes, I get it. So I might not do the back of this one, but I might. So I'll just put it over here just in case. So I'm going to start with, let's see here. I think what I'm going to do with this, oh boy. So this is going to be kind of interesting. I could just do one big poinsettia down here at the bottom, which might be very nice, and just mask these off. Or I can have the big poinsettia down here and just have the rest of this kind of fluttering through. Why don't I do that? That'll save us time. I won't have to get into all that masking. And it's going to give us more color on this card, which will be very pretty. So I'm going to start this one with the sea glass. So we're going to have a little sea glass on here. And I'm going to start right in the center, and I'm going to go a little heavy-handed and then work my way out lighter as I go. So this will feel very soft. Same here. Now, see how I'm like in the center and I'm not even on the tag, but I want it to have that same kind of flow. So what I mean by that is, if I started right here real dark, it wouldn't have that same lightness as it goes out to the tip. So I'm starting in the center, even though I'm not on the tag, and just working my way out. So I get that same softness on the edge of those petals. I'm going to do the same thing here, starting in the center and then working my way out softly. Okay. Here we go. That's layer 1. Ooh, that's pretty. Now we're going to do layer 2, and I think I'm going to let this go, the back, because, I mean, all I would be doing is repeating the same thing on the back, and you guys could do that if you want. Now I'm going to lay this one on top. Tape it down. This is layer 2. And for layer 2, I'm going to see what that light lilac does when I mix it over that blue. I think I'm going to get a really pretty wisteria color. Well, good afternoon. Okay, so I'm just going right in the center there like that. Oh, that's so nice. Now I'm doing this here just so a tiny little bit of it catches the edge. And same here. I'm going to do a little more here. Let's get a little bit more of that on that edge. There we go. Okay. That is a very, very pretty second color. Look how pretty that looks together. Ugh.
Wow.
Isn't that nice? Now we've got to finagle these leaves in here somehow. So that's pretty easy to do, though. And we only really are focusing on these bottom ones because everything else is going to be off the stencil, off the tag, rather. And now we're going to get our light spruce in here. Oh, thank you guys for all the thumbs up. Appreciate that so much.
Okay, question. Michelle asked, how do you control the amount of ink that gets applied so that it's not too heavy?
That's a great question. And for those of you that are newer to stenciling, you might not have seen me explain this before. So when you want a light amount of ink, hold your hand like this on the brush. Don't touch the head of the brush, and you'll just get the natural pushback from the paper. But this is a flexible brush. Can you see how I can bend that brush? So when you want a little darker color, you can put your finger on the brush just to not let it push backwards, right? So you're kind of keeping it steady with the paper. You're giving it just a little pressure. And if you want it really heavy, then you can press forward while you're inking and more ink will get on the brush. So it's really about how you control the brush. So if I want to start dark here along the edges of these leaves, see how I'm getting dark color in there? And then I want it to go lighter. I can let go. I can let my finger go. And then can you see how that color is just getting more transparent as I go? Because I'm not really putting any pressure on that brush. I hope that makes sense. So that's a way also to only have to use one color. So pressure here when we get into, this is such a small amount to even show that to you on, but I hope that that made sense, that you can see the fade in that. Okay. Now I'm going to do this one and I'm going to do black. I know it's crazy. I'm going to do black just in the centers of those flowers. And I know poinsettias are not black in the center, but I want this set of tags to coordinate. So I'm going to use black in the center and I'm going to get a tiny brush. I have a small black brush here somewhere. Here it is, my small black brush. And I'm just going to do black in the centers. Of course, you could go back and add those little black embellishments instead if you want and do nothing in the center. That's totally fine too. This is not exactly lined up very well, is it? There we go. Okay, I'm not worried about the rest of these, but I am going to do this right here. I'm going to do this right here. That gives me that little pop of black. If you want to take a look at that. Okay. You could kind of see my little tag set is going to coordinate so pretty together. And then I'm not going to do the little dots in between, but instead I'm going to use this Christmas greeting that Tom originally wanted me to use. He liked this one, and this is from the Feeling Frosty, so it'll be just right on there. And that's a very, very light and delicate greeting, but it still has that pretty font. So these are all going to look really nice. And you know, you could make a set of tags as a gift for somebody too, if you wanted to. It's a really lovely gift to give somebody, especially if you're going to a little party or something before Christmas that's a Christmas party, or even just a regular party. You could take a little set of holiday tags to them and they're going to really appreciate it. They're going to be able to use those for the holidays. All right, so this is going to go right here. And then we're going to do that with black ink. Now, we didn't use layer 3 of the stencil, which is all of those little dots, but that's okay. You don't have to always use all the layers of the stencil. You just don't have to. Note this greeting is straight. But when it's swinging on the bottle of wine, at some point in the night, it's going to look straight. How's that for an answer, Tom?
You beat me to it.
If you put it on the right kind of bottle, it'll look straight. So there is that. I hope they're finding my humor today. You know, I talk a lot about fruit salad and stuff, and you would think I drink a lot, and I really don't. I don't. I'm just being funny. I mean, I enjoy a glass of wine now and then, or sangria, but I am not a big time drinker. So just to make this look pretty on the other side, we will glue these two together. Not glue, but we'll tape them together. There we go. And then we're going to add our twine. Same way. I might not need quite as much. Get my Stabbed myself. This is my foil. These are my foil scissors. There's nothing fancy about them. I got them at Walgreens one day when I needed scissors, but I've only ever cut foil with them, and now some baker's twine. So they're nice. Pardon me. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now I'm going to tie this at the top again. I think this twine, I don't even know where I got it, but just look through your twines. Also, a very neutral twine would work, or white baker's twine would work, or just some gold, whatever you have. So there's my second tag, and I don't know that I need to do anything to that. If I did, I would add just a couple, and I think I will, because, you know, just a couple gold. Let me get my little tool here. Oh, I put the wrong lid on the wrong end. I had the lids designed to help me find the right part. I think I would just put a couple little gold tinies on here. And then the last one is going to be super quick. It's the tiniest tag in the bunch. That one looks copper to me. We don't even have copper. How did I get a copper embellishment? That's nice. I like that. Just 3 little embellishments on that. Just kind of surrounding the greeting. A little haphazard, but try silver, please. Okay, let me tell you why I'm not trying silver. And I think silver would be beautiful with these colors. But I have gold in the twine. Can you see that? It's got a gold fleck in it. And so I want to match the gold in the twine to be a little cohesive. But silver would be beautiful. And if I didn't use this twine, can you see it there? It's got the silver. Does that show, Tom?
I see it.
Yeah. That's why I'm not using silver, because I want the gold with the gold. I feel like mixing the gold and the silver, I don't think that, I mean, they would be gorgeous. And if I had thought about it, I might have used maybe a black twine or something, and then I could have used the silver. But mixing the silver and gold doesn't feel as good to me. But that's my reason. Doesn't mean I'm right. It's just my reason. Okay. One of these up here. Okay. So there we go. There's my second one. But I do agree, these colors really are meant for silver. I mean, silver. There's a silver one. Silver's so pretty against this color palette, because these are cool, like a cool palette. So there's my 2. And now I'm going to do my very last one here. And this one's going to be a super quickie. This is the tiny. So we're going to just tape this down, and we're going to do that sweater pattern on here. And I'm going to just use this part right here like this. Get it straight. Just needs a tiny little bit of the stencil. And I'm going to do that same fade that we talked about. So if I use these 3 colors, I've got to make sure I go in the right order. So I'll start with purple, then I'll go to blue, and then I'll go to green. So we'll start with purple. Oh, a penguin on the tag would be adorable. Very cute. That's a great idea. So I'm scrubbing back and forth on this, just because this is one of those stencils where you kind of have to hold it down so it doesn't move, but it's designed so that you can kind of like slip it in there and just do a little border if you want.
Any word on a December release?
Yeah, we are going to have a December release, but we're actually going to have a November release first. Is that what?
Yeah, I don't think. I think the question was December, because I think she thought that would be the next one.
Oh, the next one is going to be next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. And lots of special announcements and something really big coming. So I hope that gets you guys excited, because we are really excited about this next release. Something really big coming just in time for the holidays. And big announcements coming on Tuesday night. So you have to be here for that. And then we're doing the light spruce. Now I'm going to pull this off. And I love the way this looks, but it's too white to me. So now I'm going to go in with whatever's left on this brush and fill in that purple. And then I'm going to fill in with the blue, the sea glass, and then I'm going to fill in with the spruce. Okay. So now I've got this little sweatery tag, and this is going to be the perfect tag for a to and a from greeting. And I'm going to space this out a little bit on here, and you'll be able to write right over it with like a black thin Sharpie. But this is the kind of tag that you need for a gift. Where did I put my Misty? Oh, here it is. So most of this tag is going to get covered, but this is, you know, these are our standard tags. Like this is what we're putting on all the gifts. So we need the to. And I like to leave space. So I'll put the to here so you could write under it. And then the from, so you can write under that down here. Because this is a tiny tag, so there's not a whole lot of room to write next to it. I'll use my, oh, it's hard to give hints. There's just not a hint that I can give that won't just give it away. So, but I promise we're going to start our sneak peeks this weekend, and that's very exciting. Oh, this is fun. One more time to get it nice and black. Here we go. And I'm going to attach it to this. And we could have done the same thing on this tag. We certainly could have added color on the back, which would be very nice. But that just finishes it off so that got a little mark there, but it gives the stitching that same nice depressed look that you don't, you know, you don't have an ugly back of your tag. So we'll do a tiny little bit of this ribbon here, or baker's twine. We can make this just 2 thick, not too thick, but 2 layers thick instead of the 4. It's a little tinier. That's still 4. What am I talking about? And this could be just tied right under your ribbon on your present if you do ribbons on your presents. Or if you don't, you can just tack it right down onto the present and just let this little string hang. There we go. So that's just a cute little quickie. And let's look at our little trio together here. Flip this over and move some of this stuff out of the way so it looks, see, if you saw what was around it, you'd be like, oh my gosh, Gina, you are a mess. And it's true, I am a mess. But here's our big one, here's our medium one, and here's our tiny little baby one. So what do you guys think? Aren't they fun? I love the color palette, and I do agree that if you have any baker's twine with silver instead, or silver cording, the silver embellishments would look spectacular with that color palette. But that was so much fun, and we used all 3 dies. And what's fun about this is each of these tags is perfect for a different purpose. You've got this big one that can go on that bottle or on that really jumbo present. You've got this medium-sized one that's perfect for most presents. And then you've got this for those tiny little gifts, little jewelry, things like that. So this was so much fun. Tom, you know what we didn't do?
What?
We didn't do the word of the day.
Oh, my.
We need a word of the day. Do you have one?
We have time. We have time for the word of the day?
We always have time for the word of the day. Are you kidding?
Okay. So here goes. The theme today was tags, right?
Yes.
Tags. And it just got me thinking about tags. And I was dreaming last night of tags. And so if you're the person, kind of person who gets a lot of gifts with gift tags on them this year for the holidays, that would make you a tags collector. Tags collector. And so that's the first phrase of the day. If you, the leftover paper after you cut out a tag.
Yes.
That would be tags cuts.
Is this a play on the word tax?
Now that you mention it, it might be. And the third one is, let's see, if you use a gift card holder that is a tag too. So you make a tag that also is a gift card holder. You have an income tags shelter.
All right, we're not making any more tags. That's it.
I'm detecting some tags revolt. Run to the dead space.
Oh my goodness. Very funny. Oh gosh. All right. All right. Yeah, income tags. I like that. I actually like that. Put a little cash in there. Very cute. All right, Tom, you know what I want to do today?
Okay.
I want to give this whole collection out to one lucky winner.
All right. Wow.
Does that sound like a good idea?
Woo.
They get all 3 tags.
All right.
They get the whole little collection here.
Fancy drum roll?
Yeah.
Cheesy drum roll.
Cheesy drum roll.
The winner is Joyce Webb. Joyce Webb.
Yay, Joyce. Congratulations. You're the winner. So just send your name and address to info@ginakdesigns.com. Let them know you won the tags today, and I'll get those out to you. Well, everybody, this was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll try some of these just quick and easy tags and get your collection started for holiday gift giving time. You can also make these for Valentine's Day. You can make them for birthday gifts, whatever. Just change up the greeting. Those, do another flower stencil that isn't a poinsettia. So many ways to do this. And this color combination is not necessarily for the holidays. It can be for anything. So give it a try. Now, I will not be here this weekend. I won't have a video for you because tomorrow I'm teaching a class for scrapbook and cards today. And it's a holiday class that people signed up for, and it's finally here, and I'm going to be doing that tomorrow, so I won't have time to make a 5-minute card video. But Tom and I will be back next Tuesday night with a brand new release. We've got a big surprise for you, and we've got another big surprise for you coming all on Tuesday night. So stay tuned for that. We cannot wait. In the meantime, stay safe and healthy. We love you all so very much, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye.